What's going on, everybody? I'm Jamel Jones, aka the Real Estate Alpha Wolf, and the owner and CEO of New Round Digital Marketing. And today in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to pull a motivated seller's lead list from Propstream. Now, this is for you wholesalers out there. And little known fact, you can actually use Propstream for other businesses as well. I'll get into that in another video, though. So this is the Propstream dashboard. The first thing you're going to notice is these tabs, these pills, I guess, whatever they are, across the board. Yours, if you just have a new Propstream account, yours is going to look way different than these because I edited these. And there is a way to do that, and I'll show you that. So from a 30,000 foot view, we're going to see the United States, Canada, and everywhere else in the world. Now, I haven't went outside of the United States, but you can if you want, right? So I guess the first thing that you will want to do, now there's a couple different ways you could do this actually. The first thing you could do is you can establish these. And the way you would do that is you would go in, you leave this blank, first of all, and you go in and you set whatever parameters you want, like vacant, and then whatever else, right? Like you would do everything that you want to do in here, whatever you're looking for. And to save that, you go to save search, you type in whatever you want, you click include on home screen and replace, and you select which pill you want to replace. Boom. So now you got that. So now once you get all of those done, whatever city you look up, it will show all of these based on the parameters that you set for those. So let's try Chicago, my home city. See what shows up. Boom, there we go. A total of 597,948 unique properties right there. And we're waiting on these to populate. Okay, so 12,037 failed listings. So let's say we wanted to knock that number down a little bit. We'd go in and select certain parameters. Actually, got to click on it first. Sorry about that. So 12,037, we don't want to knock that down a little bit. We would go in and just change whatever we could think of. Like, for example, we'd say 3 bedrooms instead of, all bedrooms. And then knocked it down to 4890, right? So that's that. I guess I'll go through and show you what everything means. Property classification, you got a couple different things in here. Vacant land doesn't work as well as I would like it to, but I'll make another video on how to pull vacant land from Propstream. So you'll select residential if you're looking at the residentials, single family condo, multifamily 2 to 4. I don't go over that when I'm looking for wholesale deals, particularly. Beds, baths, building size, lot size, all of those are obvious. Select whether you wanted to have a pool, garage, basement. Like, you will look this up specifically if you're trying to compare it to a similar property. You'd put all of those details in for that property. This one right here, years built, is obvious. This one right here is if you're looking for a multifamily unit, you can multifamily building. You can put in how many units you want it to have, how many you don't. School district, HOA, COA, things like that. MLS, on market, yes, on market, no, or any if you don't care. Listing type, for sale, for rent, or any. MLS date. Now, this is important when you're doing failed listings, because if you leave this blank right here, it will pull data from years ago. It will pull data. Let me see if I can get it to delete. Sometimes it don't want to delete. Let's just go back like 40 years. Let's see. Well, it's like 7 years, but I see that number went up drastically, right? So that is false data. So what I do is I do about a year, about 2 years, right? I think I had it on 2020. Let's see, we're in September now, so let's just do September 2020. All right, you see that even knocked off a couple thousand, right? So I got to remember to go back and save that. Now, keep in mind, if you do parameters here and you have something in here and you save, it will save for that exact city. So if you click on the pill to try to pull it up after you've typed in your city that you're actually looking for, it will pull up all of the data for the other city as well. I mean, it won't pull up both. It will pull up all of the data from the city that it's saved under. Anyway, pre-foreclosure, notice the default list pendants and all of that type of stuff. Owners, this is going to be the last one I go through. Actually, I'm gonna go through one more. Owner type, if you're looking for just straight single families, you don't want to deal with LLCs and stuff like that. You're only looking for individually owned or privately owned. You would click this one, and that will actually knock your numbers down quite a bit as well. Knock 2,000 off of that one. Years of ownership, you could do, whatever. It just matters what you're looking for, like what you're even on here looking for, right? Valuation and equity. Now for this, I do research on the median value in my target market, and I do a spread of about 50 to 100,000 in both ways. So for example, if the median in your target market is $250,000, right? The median property value is $250,000. I do anywhere from 150,000 to 200,000 right here, and on the top end, 300,000 to 350,000. Right. All right. So let's get to actually pulling the list. We're going to use Chicago again, and we're going to say tax delinquent. So when you get all of your data pulled up, you want to double check that everything is to your liking right here in this area. Then you're going to select all, add to a list. If you do not have a list already created, you're going to just create one right here, and you're just going to click save. All right, and it's going to tell you 7 properties saved to whatever list. It's going to tell you how many more pools you have remaining, and it's going to tell you when it resets, right? So let's say you compile all of that to all of your different lists. I will not suggest putting everything in one list, not yet anyway. So let's say you've accumulated all these lists. So you want to go over here to my property. You're ready to pull the data so you can get a skip trace now, right? So go over here to my property. And this is what I like to do. I like to create what's called a cleanup list. And this is so that all of the data that you've pulled in the past will remain in the system, so that when you pull that same data again the next month, because it's impossible to pull data that you don't already have. So when you pull that data again the next month, it will not count towards your 10,000, if that makes sense. So what we do is we build all of these lists, and then we drag and drop all of them into one centralized list for that month. And you do not delete them from, well, actually you can delete them from the original list. And remember, only do it for that month. Do not add properties to a previous month's thing, right? To a previous month's list. So you delete them from that property. And then you do that for all these lists. And then once you have finished that, you will delete all of these. This will be a 0. Make sure it's a 0 before you delete it. You take it up here and you drop it, because you want to create a new one of these each and every month when you're pulling your list. Not this top one. This one stays. You want to create a new one of these each and every time you pull your list, right? So once you get done with that, you want to click on your list that has all of your properties in it. You're going to select all, and then you're going to click this button right here, export. And it's going to give you a CSV file with each and every single one of your properties on it. including all of the data that you have chosen to have over here, right? And you can edit that right here. I won't go into that in this video, but you can edit that right here. Quick note, something else that I do is if I'm going for strictly off-market properties that month, I'll create another list like this one on market. I create that just by clicking this and you add marketing list. And I do, whatever on market. And so out of all of my properties, after I add everything to the all properties folder or all properties list, I click on market, wait for those to populate. Now, what I'm showing you here is how to get rid of on market properties from your list. All right. So now that they've populated, I select all actions, add to marketing list, choose the on market list, and click save. And you'd also want to delete it from that list because you're not gonna export it. Forgot that step, my bad. So you're also going to want to delete it from that list because what we don't want to do is export, on market properties if we're going after off market properties, obviously, right? And the next thing you want to do is go after the just solds because we don't want to market to people who, just sold their property. That's a waste of time. Unless you have a special strategy that you use to buy properties from people who just bought them. So after that, you take your list and you take it to your skip tracer. I'll drop a link in the description below what skip tracer I recommend. I only deal with one skip tracer, and so far I haven't had any problems. Propstream does offer a skip tracing service, but I do not recommend using Propstream's skip tracing service. I love Propstream, but their skip tracing absolutely sucks. It's horrible, right? And they admit that, like they know that they skip tracing sucks, but they still have it there in case people decide they want to use it for some reason. So yeah, if you guys like the video and you found value in it, hit the like and subscribe because I will be uploading more videos in the near future, showing you guys how to skip trace, where to skip trace, and a bunch of other things. And I've also got some freebies in the description. Go ahead and click on those, especially if you're a beginning wholesaler, you will find a lot of value in those. Help you get started off right. So anyway, again, I'm Jamel Jones, the Real Estate Alpha Wolf, and I'll see you guys in the next video.